What's up YouTube? This is Joe here from the Hammer Dance Live YouTube channel, and today we are going to do the first episode of Coffee Tech. For those of you who don't know what Coffee Tech is going to be a mini series that I'm doing on YouTube to show everyone out there the best possible way to set up their streams, how to set up a dual PC stream if that's what you want to do, how to tweak your OBS or your Streamlabs OBS settings to get that nice crisp quality that you want. Basically, it's going to be an entire tutorial series on how to get your stream perfect, or just the way that you want. You don't need to have high-end equipment, you don't need to have a DSLR camera, you don't need to have 5 monitors, you don't need to have a 2 PC stream setup, don't need a crazy condenser microphone. We can work with what you have. Each video that I do will have different tiers of settings for the equipment that you have. So no matter what type of person you are or what type of equipment you have, you will definitely find these videos informative. So without further ado, let's jump right in and start figuring this out. Alright, so the first thing you guys are going to want to do is open up Streamlabs OBS or OBS. We're going to navigate up to the little gear icon here. This is going to be your settings for the program. Ignore my scenes, ignore all that stuff. That's not what we're going over. Okay, so the next tab we're going to go down to is going to be the output tab. The first thing we're going to do is come up to the top where it says output mode, and we're going to change it to the advanced view. Next thing, this is super important. The encoder is what actually takes your footage and what your game footage or your camera footage, and it takes that information and it compresses it at a certain rate, uploads it to Twitch or YouTube, and that's what your viewers see. So your encoder is extremely important. So under encoder, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you're going to have this option here, hardware NVENC new. That's the option you're going to choose. That's going to give you the best possible performance mixed with high quality content. So that's the option we're going to choose for that. Next, down under rate control, we're going to select CBR, which is a custom bitrate, because we want to be able to choose the quality of our video. And now next down for your bitrate, this is going to vary depending on your internet speed. If you guys want, you can go on Google and go to speedtest.net and test your internet speed. What we're looking for here is your upload speed. Most of you are going to have probably around 5 to 10 to 15. If you have higher than that, you have nothing to worry about regardless. Your bitrate is going to change depending on the resolution you want to stream it. So let's say you want to stream in 720 at 60 frames. The bitrate you're going to select for that is going to be 4000. The higher your bitrate, the larger amount of pixels that are being uploaded. So generally, if you've ever watched someone stream and they're streaming in 1080 at 60 frames or 720 at 60 frames and the stream starts to get very pixelated and it doesn't look like true 720 or true 1080, their bitrate is completely wrong. So for the sake of this video, we're going to say you want to stream at 1080p 60 frames. So those are the settings we're going to go with. So 4000 is good for 720 at 60 frames, but for 1080, we need to crank that up a bit. For your bitrate for 1080p at 60 frames, we're going to come over here and we're going to do 6000 bitrate. 6000 bitrate is going to be perfect for matching the performance of your machine with the quality that you want, and it's going to look like 1080 at 60 frames. Next, keyframe interval. This is generally set to 0. I'm going to tell you right now to change this to 2. If you set it to 2, everything runs smooth, it's been tested. Okay, so the next thing down on this list here is your preset. You can try doing max quality depending on the graphics card you have. If you have a 1080 or a 2060, 2070, 2080, you could probably pull off max quality, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna say you have a 2060. I would start out with quality, because honestly, the difference between quality and max quality isn't that much. So what we're going to do for the sake of this tutorial is we're going to set that to quality. Okay, so that's the second from the top quality preset. Trust me, it looks beautiful. You'll never tell the difference. It looks amazing. All right, so set preset to quality, and your profile, we're going to set that to high. It's generally on high, but if it's not, please change that to high and you'll not regret that. Look ahead, we're going to keep that unchecked. Psycho visual tuning, we're going to check that, leave GPU at 0, max B frames, leave it at 2. Down here, this is for recording, this is your audio tracks. This is generally going to be perfectly fine. This has nothing to do with your streaming and it will not affect it in any way. So we're going to leave those things out for now. Maybe I'll do another video in the future about, doing the best recording settings for recording in 1080p. We are done in the output tab now. Next, we're going to go to audio. This is also important, the sample rate of your audio. 44.1 kilohertz That's what we want to keep it at because most of your devices are going to be at 44.1. You can go up to 48. The thing is here, you want to match it to your devices. So if I go down here to sound and I open up my sounds, okay, we go to recording devices. Let's go to my headset microphone. This is the microphone I use when I'm talking on Discord or gaming with people. So we open up the properties for this microphone and we want to find what it's set to. So the default format for this microphone is 1 channel 16-bit at 44,000 hertz. That's exactly what it is. Okay, perfect. We go to playback devices. So what are we listening to here? What's the sound quality on that? Okay, this is set to 48,000. However, this should on your machine be set to 44,000. The difference is I'm not using this headset for my audio, so it has nothing to do with my stream. The difference in the frequencies will cause some interruptions. You may get some humming. You may get some devices not working. So check your headset because you're probably using your headset when you're gaming, and make sure that you match this number to this number here. Generally for channels, we're gonna leave that on stereo because we want it on stereo. We don't want it on mono. We don't want it on surround sound. Leave that on default. It'll pull from your sounds. Whatever you have set as your default, that's perfect. This is where you're gonna select your microphone. I am using a completely separate PC for this tutorial, which is why I have nothing selected here. You're going to choose your microphone. I would select this microphone. It now pops up down here in my mixer and we can add effects to it and do whatever we want. I'm also going to make another video in the future, guys, about adding effects to your microphone and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see that, definitely be sure to like and subscribe because that'll be coming out. We're going to head on down to video, another very important tab. Base canvas resolution. This resolution is generally going to be the resolution of your monitor. Now, output scaled resolution. This one's important because this is what your stream is going to be output at. So if I leave this set to 1280 by 720, my stream on Twitch will be 720p. Now, we want to stream in 1920 by 1080, so we're going to turn that right up to 1920 by 1080. We got the resolutions down. The next thing is the downscale filter. We're going to take it and we're going to put it right on the third option down. This will give us more samples and generally will just make the stream look more colorful and vibrant and sharper. Next is your FPS, also very important. Come down here to where it lets you choose your frame rate, and we're gonna switch that up to 60. It's gonna look more fluid, it's gonna look smoother, it's gonna look nice and professional. Everyone's gonna love it, you're gonna love it, and you're gonna be super happy. Next tab down is gonna be the advanced tab. You wanna leave your color format at NV12. That's perfect. Color space, you can generally put this up to 709, and then for your color range, we definitely want to take this, change it from partial to full. So now we're getting a full range of colors on our video, on our webcam. Everything's going to just look nicer and just be super smooth. As for that, that's really all the settings you're going to need for your stream to be nice and clear. Another thing to point out here that you can do, you're streaming, it looks good, it's still maybe a little bit pixelated, but everything's running good, your computer's not crashing, there's no errors, everything's great, you just want it to look a little bit better. Like I said earlier, you can come back to the output tab and try and bump your preset quality up for your encoder up to max quality. Try it. If it doesn't harm your PC in any way at all, go for it because it'll bump it up a little bit more. Quality is probably the absolute most important part of your stream. When new viewers pop into your channel and you're live, the first thing they notice is the quality of your stream. If they see a stream that looks super high quality and everything looks put together really nice and the video is not pixelated, the microphone sounds good, it's already more engaging than 90% of the streams that you're going to see on Twitch. So that about wraps up this episode of Coffee Tech. I hope you guys have a better understanding of the settings that you're tweaking in OBS or Streamlabs OBS. I hope that you're going to get the quality that you want out of your streams. If you still are having problems, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer them as fast as I can, and we'll get your stream looking the way that you want it to look. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to release a video once every 2 weeks. For now, in the beginning, we're going to do a new tutorial every 2 weeks. And for those of you who don't know, I also stream on Twitch. I'm live Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays every week, and sometimes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but those days are random times. If you have any more questions or if you want to just come hang out in the stream, head on over to Twitch, drop me a follow at Hammerdance Live, and we'll hang out, we'll have a good time. I'll answer any questions that you guys have, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And until next time, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Happy gaming. What's up, YouTube? This is Joe here from the Hammerdance Live YouTube channel, and today we are going to do the first episode of Coffee Tech. And for those of you who don't know, wow, my voice.